All right, people. So today's video is going to be what I talked about in the past that I was going to explain to you over the past 30 years of photographs. We're going to go over paranormal that has been caught on actual film. So again, we're going to go way, way back. This was the 1970s. So we're going to clear these up because we did these already. We moved into what some of us would call orbs, and orbs that were caught on camera. These were caught by a cemetery, which I've kind of already went over. This was in a house. It is not a phone cord. It is an actual paranormal something or other. And same with this one as well. That was me when I was a teenager in the back there. So then we got into fake stuff. This was created by the digital camera in the early 1990s. This was not an orb. This is not paranormal. This is 100% made by the Digital Mavica, made by Sony, which was the first 3.5 disc camera to come out. So that is not an orb or anything that is paranormal or out of this world. It is not a UFO. It is not a craft. It is a defect in the digital camera industry. So right there, you can kind of throw that away. So what I want to go over is, here's another one, again, created by the digital defects. So crap, not good. What I want to go over is a photo I took in a cornfield. Now, most of your UFO reports tend to be in open fields and way far out in the distance. Well, this one was probably about half an acre away, maybe approximately 20 to 30 feet above a tree line. Now, this was taken, let's see, what do we have? Do we have a date here? We have October 3rd, 1994. Okay. Now, what you see here is a black and white photograph because this is a different type of film. This is 35 millimeter. It is not a digital camera. It's an old school snap and shoot camera. This is also infrared film, which the human eye cannot see. So what I want you to see here, you can see this is the field area and this is the tree line and you have a beautiful sky. But right above it, you can see glowing object. A lot of glowing objects. Looks like 2 to 3 together that are just kind of hovering over that tree line. That is not an aircraft. It is not a plane. It is something that does not belong in the infrared spectrum. So I did not see this with my own two eyes. It only showed up when I took a picture through the camera, which was a Pentax K1000 at that time. And once it was developed, we would see different images, we would see orbs, we would see lights, we would see balls of light that would just show up in the specific area, which was known as a UFO hotspot and still is at this time. I will not say where it is, but this is infrared film. That is some form of plasma craft or UFO that is just hovering over that tree line. There it is. So, right there in 1994, that is a UFO that is hovering over the tree line next to a cornfield, which is really not far away from where I'm standing. The other thing we did notice at this time was anytime you took a photograph, all the images, such as an orb or a quote-unquote UFO or a plasma craft, whatever you want to call it nowadays, would show up in the center of the photo, which is really, really odd. Like if you look at a lot of the photos, I'm going to pull this one in. If you look at this photo, that craft that is sitting on the ground, if you go back to one of my other videos, you'll see this is a structured craft, is once again in the center of the photo. So we never understood or any kind of thought process of why this would just show up in the center, pretty much the center. This one is pretty much directly in the center. We don't know why they would just show themselves in the center of a photograph when they didn't want to be photographed. But it's very interesting. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your comments on what that could possibly be. Again, it's not an aircraft, it's not a plane, it's not something that we know to be as a conventional aircraft. So, yeah. Thoughts, ideas? Would love to hear them in the comments. More on the way.